Don't miss out on the Thrive bundle. This is your last chance before the 48 deal is done and gone. Click the link below or scan this code to dive into all this goodness. This has been the best dollar store purchase ever. The kids have hours of fun with these cones. Just a little update on the pumpkin arch. You guys, look at this. Front and center. A beautiful kabocha squash. Not kombucha squash, kabocha squash. It's a Japanese pumpkin. You'd be like, oh, just gonna be a harvest of pumpkin. Just harvesting it from above is so magical. There's the delicata squash. There's some more delicata squash. And this is real cute. We have some pie pumpkins. It's just been so wonderful. Such a good decision. Put your pumpkins along a cattle panel. I do have another kabocha squash right here. That's my big fat daddy. Oh, there's another one in here. Haven't been back here in a while. Check out this guy. The garden has been such an epic joy this year. Wow. I really need to harvest these beets though. Ooh, a little overwhelming. I have like 20 minutes while baby's sleeping and Cosmo's doing a little quiet time. So I'm gonna use this time to myself, to give to myself as a mother of young children, to do the 15-minute mobility flow in the Fitness for Longevity course that is part of the Thrive bundle. I've been really loving this course because I'm so interested in how I can maximize my full potential for longevity in the future. So even if you're struggling to find a regular routine like I am right now, because I'm just in kind of self-sacrifice mode at the moment and unable to wake up before the children to give myself time, when I find a little pocket, I'm gonna try it out. So in case you missed it about the Thrive bundle, I just want to make sure you didn't miss it, because that is very common, missing things that someone posts online. It's an amazing deal. It's like a no-brainer, crazy stupid deal. It's 48 bucks for $4,500 worth of resources in ebooks and courses, all designed to help you thrive. I've been really into the Fitness for Longevity course by Ella Majors. I just think she's so cool. And she offers lots of insights about how to set up your fitness for living a long, high-quality life. And then there's courses and apps that I personally haven't even scratched the surface of to dig into and see how they can add benefit to my life. What I've also really been enjoying is the recipe ebooks. It is so nice to just like revitalize my kitchen, revitalize the stuff that I cook for my family. Sometimes you can get into a rut and food just is like, kind of like, what am I making again? Peanut butter toast? I love that I have all these amazing plant-based recipes at my fingertips. And something I wanted to highlight is that my course, Vegan for Good, is in the bundle. And I'm so honored to have included this in the bundle this year. And dozens of people have already gotten the bundle, and I can see that they immediately signed up for my course, which makes me honestly come to tears a little bit, because you guys were just waiting for the course to be more accessible, and this is your time. Like, if you've been wanting to join the Vegan for Good course, but it wasn't quite accessible to you yet, now is the time to really take your vegan journey to that level of effortless, sustainable, and to join us to kind of level up on your vegan journey. And the sale ends in a few days, so don't miss out, don't lollygag, get on the deal right now. You're not gonna wanna miss it. I really don't wanna get messages from you guys like, I missed out on the bundle because I got distracted, and just do it now. Just get it now so you don't forget. It is a crazy, bonkers, stupid deal. It's a no-brainer. All right, what do you think about this top? Sometimes I thrift things and I take it home. Like, what were you thinking, Hannah? Okay, it's a terrible length. I think if I tuck it with these cute jeans, I think it's kind of cute. I'm almost at the stage where I can wear earrings, and baby's not gonna rip my ear out. I have to put the hair up first. What I don't like about this shirt is the color. Fuchsia is not really my color. Let's go organize. All right, parenting hack. If you're like me, you don't really want a ton of toys around the house, but it's really helpful when grandparents send these to you. And what you do is you keep them up away where your kid can't see them, and they're not like an everyday activity. Then every once in a while where you're like, I need to they pull out these toys that they haven't seen in months and they're like, oh, I forgot about this guy. And they have so much fun. So we really appreciate these plastic toys. They're so helpful. These save me. They save me. Oh my gosh, what a mess. Okay, I have quite the task ahead of me. This is how my art supplies are organized right now. It's just this yellow bucket. It's just not doing the trick. It's not big enough. Okay. What is this? Oh! Okay, I'm gonna explain later why I'm doing this, but I currently need to get a space up top, like one full sort of cupboard space for all of our art supplies and books and notebooks and scissors and glue and colored pencils and all the things. I'm trying not to say this kind of thing, but I'm not an organized person. I need to find a new way to say that, because do I want to be organized? Is this something I want to change about myself? I think I'm ready to change, because for so long I've been like, I'm not an organized person and that's fine, I don't need to be organized, but now that I'm entering homeschool land, I kind of need to be organized, and it actually will be very helpful. My son turns 4 in 3 months, 2.5 months. It's just wild. Like, we're entering like a whole new phase and it's so fun. I kind of want to explain like a few things about parenting decisions. Both my husband and I are really intentional about like the way we have designed our house is like, yes, there are some toys, little kid areas, but you don't just like walk in and it's just like an explosion of toys, an explosion of kid stuff everywhere. And it's not just for like aesthetic purposes. And I believe it teaches children like that they don't need an excess of toys in order to be entertained. Actually, like, don't even like using the word entertain. I kind of prefer the word like occupy. I like the word occupy. I also kind of like the idea of rotating toys. So it's not that I don't like these are high quality toys. This is a Love Every little like baby toy where you pull out little Kleenex things. It's an amazing toy and I'll never get rid of it. Another thing we have done, by the way, so you can see there's almost no books in here. It's because I'm just so tired of the baby ripping out all of my book pages. So we have been board book exclusive. Maybe what I'll do is like take this box of toys and put it up and we'll just switch it. This is a like a plastic picnic table sort of tablecloth, and I love this for arts and crafts. It's just, I know there are like actual things you could buy like drop mats for arts and crafts and painting and stuff, but it's a lot cheaper. I found these at the thrift store. Stencils are super fun just to learn some more letters and numbers. Finally found his colored pencils. I have been looking for these for so long that I even bought some at the 99-cent store the other day. I have some hairy tape. I'm gonna save these balloons when we go over the letter B, because Cosmo loves balloons, and obviously Woody will not be playing with this. This is definitely a choking hazard. I found a Flarp noise putty. That's going in the trash. Pickup sticks are so much fun. I think we could use these in homeschool somehow. Let me talk to you about what's going on in my life as a mom. I've always planned to homeschool before I even had children. I've been inspired by the concept of homeschool. My sister homeschools. If you are at all interested in homeschooling, maybe you're a grandparent and your child is homeschooling your grandchildren and you're a little wary about it, I recommend this book called The Call of the Wild and Free. And it truly is a whole lifestyle. It's not just like what you're doing for learning reading and writing and arithmetic. I've always been super excited about it. I'm kind of an education nerd. Ever since I was a kid, I've always loved books. I love just being surrounded by books. I've always loved it. Sometimes I would like get out my homework. I've always just been a bit academic. I would get out my homework and kind of like pretend to do homework even if I didn't have homework, because I just loved the vibe. Being studious. And I love learning in general. I was not going to start homeschooling until later, like official homeschooling. So in the homeschooling sort of philosophy, for most people, we believe that life is school. It's not just like dedicated school time and the rest time is not education time. Like all of life is education. And if you really like lean into that philosophy, then you start incorporating your children into your own life a lot more rather than just like sending your kids off to someone else to teach them something really specific. Hey, no judgment also, by the way. It's just like not what I want for my children. I have one shot at raising my kids. I've been so excited to start homeschooling, and I'm surrounded by homeschool moms here. I only know 2 families who are sending their kids to school. Listen, I have a 1.5-year-old and an almost 4-year-old, and so I kind of thought I wasn't that close to homeschool years with maybe a curriculum, more of a plan and a rhythm. And I had been asking several of my homeschool mom friends, hey, like when do I start? Like love to hear your feedback, because I have a lot of friends who have a little older children. I like to ask everyone's opinions and sort of get their feedback and listen to different perspectives. And most moms were telling me like, oh, just wait, let them play, read to them a lot. This is why I'm homeschooling, so I don't have to pressure my child to hit these arbitrary benchmarks. So I do believe that. And I was always sort of like, when they said that, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll wait. And I also have this one friend who is truly such an inspiration to me, and I would love to include her on my channel sometime, and maybe I will in a future vlog. Her name is Keisha, and you guys should follow her on Instagram. She's a very inspiring homeschool mom. She has 4 children, and her faith really inspires me. I'm inspired by her life. I'm inspired by her intention with her motherhood. And anyway, I started chatting with her the other day, and I was talking to her about structure. I feel like sometimes when you're raising young children, your day can be kind of a slog. Like there's no real intention or structure or rhythm, and you're kind of just like trying to keep up, and you're doggy paddling, and you're cleaning up messes, and you're getting snacks, and you're just trying to accomplish things. And like I have the kind of personality where I just really want to accomplish chores, and I have to be really intentional about making plans to leave the house, otherwise we'll be stuck inside all day, and I don't think that's good for any of us. And the conversation ended up with her encouraging me and inspiring me to start preschool homeschool now with Cosmo, my 3-year-old. And I was sort of surprised that she said that, and I said, but everyone else is telling me like just wait. And she was like, yeah, there's no pressure. Like it's like you don't have to pressure them to start. They don't need to learn how to read. And she said 2 things that really convinced me. One, she said, my fondest memories with homeschooling have been when I had 1 or 2 and I was just starting preschool with Knox, and he was so inspired by learning, and we just did these sweet little lessons together, and we would read a book about blueberries and then go blueberry picking and then smash the blueberries up and paint the letter B with the blueberries, and it was so much fun and so sweet. The second thing she said was really what convinced me. She said, and it's really nice to start the rhythm now, to have more intentional time with your kids so that you have a flow. They know what to expect, which is something I've been craving. I think we've all been craving like a little, we have a little structure for sure, but a little bit more intention. And what you're doing is setting them up for success in the future when you have more rigorous study, more academic study. So you're not going from just like structureless day to all of a sudden we have this structure in our lives. So this is the kicker for me. It's so important to me, in my opinion, to sort of set the tone of the household now when you only have a few kids, because I do want more. I want so many babies now. At the same time, I do embrace this whole concept of like free play. Like I don't sit there trying to entertain my children. And so I am so excited. I'm so excited to have more rhythm, and also to have just like more intentional time together, like doing crafts. Actually, Cosmo loves crafts. Like there have been a few times where we do crafts and he just loves it. He has actually amazing fine motor skills. I have so much to say. I'm so excited. I like go to sleep at night thinking about it, because I feel like it's just gonna be such an amazing switch up for my family. I'm doing Peaceful Preschool from the Peaceful Press, and I'm really excited about it. I bought it immediately. That's what Keisha recommended. I'm like, I will just do what you recommend. I actually hate researching and stuff, so I just tell me what to do and I will do it. This is what I'm doing this morning, is organizing Cosmo's room, because I need a space for our crafts and a space for our homeschool supplies. Every week is a letter, and then there's books that are associated with that letter to read, and we're going to the library, and then there's like crafts associated with it. As much as I am going to lean into my crafting side, I don't want to think up crafts. I don't want to be like researching things. It's so nice that it's like all together. We've also already started reading chapter books to him, and he totally pays attention and asks questions and is very into it. I think that's why I'm starting now. It's not just me, like I'm excited, but like he's ready. And what's really cool, I told him, I was like, you know, you're in preschool now, which I had to introduce what that even means to him. He's like, what's preschool? So preschoolers get themselves dressed. He's like, oh, okay. So he's like learning how to do it himself, and very proud of himself because he's in preschool. So there's so many benefits to it that I feel like it's really gonna serve us well. Okay, I'm gonna go organize. Ugh. All right, because that's a fail. It's like, how am I supposed to have my aesthetic Montessori homeschool with this ugly piece of packaging? A new caddy. Yes. It's much smaller than I thought it would be. Love it. Get that trap up. I also got this air dry clay, which I'm new to, but it seems pretty fun. That's gonna be fun. We're gonna be like modeling, like molding letters. What do I put in here? What do I put in there? Oh, you guys. But where does this go? I need a bin just for this? It's gonna be fine. This is the part that I knew was gonna be a bit of a challenge for me, is like letting myself have a bunch of things. And like, am I ready? Am I responsible enough to have this many things that I need to keep organized? I got a notebook to put our curriculum in. I found a couple clipboards at the dollar store and I thought these would really come in handy for like taking our work outside and pinning our papers there, maybe for painting or drawing. Dollar store whiteboard. This wonderful caddy, love. I will link it because I think it's very high quality. This is his like special first day of school basket. I have 2 chalkboards. I have this little tracer thing with his letters on it. That's dry erase. 1 beautiful sharpened pencil. I have bananagrams, which is gonna be so fun to teach letters with and teach how to form words. Yellow broken 80-cent caddy turned into like papers. Yeah, that's what we're doing.